Yes, sir. Good evening to one and all present here. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our today's eminent guest speaker, Dr. Shital Nair, sir. He is a human resource by profession with more than a decade of experience in facilitating and training with organizations like Barclays, United Nations, Brentwood, GSFC, and Phi Group, and many more. He holds a PhD in training and development from North Central University, Arizona, and is an MBA from Symbiosis International University. Sir also holds diploma in corporate law from IIM Calcutta. He is a certified PFA counselor from Johns Hopkins University, USA, has also learned comprehensive teaching and learning techniques from Harvard University. He is also a certified lead auditor of QMS certified by NBQP, is an orator of repute and a trainer certified by NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, and Dale Carnegie Associates, USA. He has been a guest faculty and has conducted workshops at Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies, Pune, SIES Mumbai, Parul University, Vadodara, Navratna University, Vadodara, Gujarat Forensic Science University, Gandhinagar, and many more universities. He currently is a corporate head at DSS Group of companies and is currently serving on board of studies for School of Internal Security and Police Administration, Rashtriya Raksha University. Also held the additional charge as a Vice President Training of SSSDC. He is an author, storyteller, and a serial entrepreneur. Is an MC member of IIM Ahmedabad Alumni Association and Vice Chairman of the Indian Society for Training and Development Vadodara chapter. Also, he is a National Joint Secretary of CAPSI. He is a member of International Coach Federation and Quality Circle Forum of India. Has published author having to his credit two national bestsellers, that is Media's Touch and The Monk's Secret. His other works range from anthologies in fiction to non-fiction books, Crumbed Voices, Frozen Emotions, The Seasons, Wait Till I Tell You, and many more. He is also a contributing author to Economic Times, The Times of India, Business World, People Matters, and Outlook India, and many more. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of ISTD Anand chapter. And so without wasting today's time, so let's start the today's session. Now I invite Shital sir to start the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Amrita. Thank you. I know it's a tad boring resume when you talk so much about me, but really thank you. Thanks a lot for this glowing introduction of yours. Thanks to ISTD Anand chapter for giving me a space so that I can talk and interact with people. I would have really been happy if people would have switched on their video so that, it would have become more interactive. But then I understand probably certain places it's not possible. But if you can switch on the video, if the bandwidth allows you, so that, I can at least be much more, eager to interact. Now, this half an hour, 40-minute session that we're going to be having today is going to be tagged The Monk Secret. It is based on the book that I have written, The Monk Secret. It will give you a basic preview of what the book entails. I would like this to be an interactive session, and I would request all of you to use your chat box to respond to my questions. I'm sure all of you are aware of how to use the chat box in Zoom. Just whatever queries I ask, respond in the same in the chat box, right? So without much further ado, I'll start sharing of the screen of mine. And here it goes. I hope the screen is visible, everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir.
Visible? Brilliant.
Yes.
So thank you. Once again, thanks to ISTD Anand chapter. It's lovely to come again there. I think probably physical presence of mine was last time when we had a conference at Cadilla. Really good interactions with Dr. Rathod and the other members of ISTD Anand chapter. Now, the book, The Monk Secret. basically talks about the art of living a happy life. Why should someone write a book on the art of living a happy life? The major problem is we all, as human beings, are a negative race. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. हम सब में ना एक तरीके से बहुत ज्यादा नेगेटिविटी कूट कूट के भरी हुई है. We are extraordinarily negative. The current situations, the pandemic, because of which we are facing acute health issues, mental issues, stress, all these things play a lot on our brains. And negativity sells. And that is one of the major reasons. If there is a newspaper around, you can just pick up and see the number of deaths, the number of murders, what the government is not doing, what people around us are not doing. People are not giving oxygen concentrators, etc. So much negativity in the newspaper. You switch on the television, and in the television also you will see that only negativity, and you will suddenly feel that is the world so negative? हमारे आसपास जो इतना कुछ है, is it so negative that we are not able to survive? Is it so bad? And let me tell you, the reason why we human beings have been able to survive for such a long time in this era or in this lifetime, and we have been able to evolve as per Charles Darwin, is because of the same negativity. It is because we are negative, it's because we think on these terms, is the reason why we are able to survive. And that is how we have been able to evolve from monkeys, from apes to what we are today. It's a brain. Brain thinks. Now, because of this negativity, we have been able to survive. But this negativity also plays a very important part in us, our thoughts, and because of which we get depressed बहुत जल्दी. We are prone to depression, manic depression. And today, I am going to take you through 4 steps of how to lead your life in a better manner, teach you few techniques which will help you lead a happy life. That's what the session today is going to be about. This is the book, as I was talking to you about, as Amruta also was sharing the same. This was my second book. After the first one, The Midas Touch, this too became a bestseller within 45 days of its release. And as the book's tagline says, it's 99 pages to acquire the art of living a happy life. Now, in Sanskrit, there is this terminology known as Nishchal Tattve Jivan Mukti. Nishchal Tattve Jivan Mukti. I'm going to talk a lot about spiritualism, and I feel that हम लोग में problem क्या है ना कि we have started focusing so much on theories from the West that we have forgotten that our own Vedas or Upanishads are full of stories, of techniques, of theories, of ways, of methods to deal life. So in Gujarat, in our area, in this part of the country, we worship Lord Krishna. So can you all use the chat box and say, what is Lord Krishna's background? I mean, as per the Vedas, the Upanishads, can anyone use the chat box and say, what is his background? What is Krishna? Who is Krishna? I mean, other than being the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, who is Krishna? Can you use the chat box, please? Anyone? Come on, this has to be interactive. Otherwise, what's the fun? Who is Lord Krishna? Anyone? No one? Krishna is a god who spoke Bhagavad Gita and helped us. Okay, that's great. But what is his background? Who was he? Was he a king? Was he a Kshatriya? Was he a Rajput? Was he a warrior? Was he what was he? Just to understand. He was a Kshatriya, okay. So when we read about Lord Krishna, we all know that he was a simple Gwala. Yes, Divyangji, that's exactly what I'm saying. He was a simple Gwala, someone who used to herd his cow, someone who used to probably take his cows to graze, sell milk. So technically speaking, his task was very basic. He was not a king, he was not someone who used to make policies. But yet he went on in his life to do multiple things. हमारी जिंदगी में प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है अमूमन ना, we feel that our background always imposes the way we are, and that is the biggest problem that we have in our brains. हमें हमेशा लगता है कि हमारा जो background है अगर वो solid नहीं है, if we don't come from great parents, if we don't come from a good background, we cannot accomplish things. But our Vedas, our Upanishads also teach us that it doesn't matter what you are, how you look. A dark-skinned boy goes on to rule the world, to teach people how to live, who speaks Bhagavad Gita. But we do not emphasize on that. हम emphasize किस पे करते हैं? We emphasize on the fact that he is Lord Vishnu's incarnation. But our Vedas, our Upanishads teach us it is immaterial to focus on your beginning, on your roots. Yes, focus on the roots, take the good from it, but don't let it overshadow who you are. Right? And that is very much visible when you read the Bhagavad Gita. And I am a firm believer of the Bhagavad Gita. I am a firm believer of each and every single thing said there. So the man does so many things in his own life. Right? Now I was coming back to something which is known as Nishchal Tattve Jivan Mukti. I'll tell you why and how it is included in our life as we move on the session. Do remember this. I will type this down for all of you to remember. Nishchal Tattve Jivana Mukti. Right? Remember this. So today we're going to be speaking about the art of living a happy life. And I have basically 4 theories. What's there in the screen? Sabko dikh raha hai? Can everyone see what's there in the screen? Before
Yes,
I begin,
yes.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
So there are 5 questions which are put across on the screen. Now these 5 questions are very important. I want you all to think about these questions one by one. And I want you to answer about the same on the chat box. Once you're done, you don't need to share your answers, but just write in the chat box once you're done. Name the 5 wealthiest people in India, just think about it. Name 5 teachers who helped you through your journey, think about it. Name 5 teams which have won the IPL. Why I'm sharing IPL is I am a firm believer that in India, politics and cricket sell. And I think across the country, wherever you go, you start talking about cricket or you start talking about politics, people will talk to you. I mean, that's a really good strategy. So name 5 teams which have won the IPL. Name 5 friends who will help you at any given point of time. I want you to think about it. And name 5 Filmfare Award winners. Right? Once you're done, just use the chat box and say you're done. Use the chat box, and me being a stickler to it, I would request all of you to say you're done. There are 12 participants, 13 including me. So I want all the 12 to say you're done. Come on. Once you're done, so that I can move on with what this questionnaire entails. Guys are done? Yes? No? It's not that tough. In your mind, you don't need to write it down. Great. One is done. What about the others? Done. Great, great, great. Brilliant. So we have 50% plus people who have done. Now, why I asked this question to all of you is a very simple reason. Now, there are 5 questions here. When you answered all these 5 questions, there might be 1 or 2 questions which made you smile. What question made you smile? Did you smile when you said name the 5 wealthiest people in the country? Did you smile when you when you thought about Mukesh Ambani? आपके चेहरे पे हंसी आई जब आपने कहा कि हाँ मुकेश अंबानी. Unless you're related to Ambani. Did it make you smile? Friends list. Okay, great. What else? What else did make you smile? Friends list. 2nd and 4th question. Brilliant. Brilliant. So technically, when you go to any B school, when you go to any big trainer, or when you go and attend any big conference session, they always say, base your life on a role model. Now, who's your role model? Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, all Western people. Right? Let's come to India. Who's your role model? Anand Mahindra, Ratan Tata, really big people. But what, you are like close to Ratan Tata? Do you sit and have a cup of tea daily with him? No, you don't do that. And that is one of the major reasons why I say that when you want to be inspired, why don't we be inspired by people who are around us? Why does it need that we need to try to find inspiration from across the, some far away? It's easy to find inspiration with people around us. Now you will say, कि, but क्यों हम inspiration में से कैसे जी सकते हैं? Why not? Your friends are there around you. They must have contributed something in their life. They must have done something in their life. Let's focus on their positives and let us think that that should be able to inspire us. And let me start sharing this small story with you. There was a young boy in a small town of Gujarat. And that young boy was studying in a very average sort of a school. His parents made a lot of effort and got him admitted to a nice school and an English medium school. I mean, obviously, apparently English आवड़ू एक prerequisite છે દુનિયામાં, unfortunately. So his parents got him admitted to an English medium school and he did well. He was good. He just kept on studying. But in his life, घना बड़ा challenges હતા. There were some issues in his life, and the biggest challenges that were in his life was he was very overweight. 125, 130 kilo no to chokro, 130 kilos. You can imagine how overweight that kid is. Secondly, because of his overweight, he had a lot of complexes. You all understand what complexes mean, right? બધાને ખબર છે complexes નો અર્થ શું છે, right? Yes or no? Yes, no, nothing?
Yes,
you know
yes,
what?
yes.
So he had big complexes because of the weight. But then he used to compensate. He used to study well. Till 10th standard, he did really well. And come 11th and 12th, his life was suddenly made open to tuition classes. Tuitions માં તમે જાઓ, તમે બીજી schools ના છોકરા છોકરીઓ જોડે બેસીને ભણો, તમારા hormones change થતા હોય. So same thing happened with him. And he was suddenly exposed to multiple school people. And then he realized that, good Lord, so I think that I'm good, but then apparently I do not match up to the market, So in India, you know that Maruti Suzuki sells very well, but then if you start selling Suzuki Maruti in USA, you suddenly realize that Maruti Suzuki USA mein to na chale, right? Something like that. So it hit him hard. And then obviously due to bad company and whatever said reason, he scored really bad in 12th. Now his parents wanted him to do MBBS. પપ્પા મમ્મી બંનેનું એક બંનેની એક ઈચ્છા હતી કે મારો જે દીકરો છે એ ડોક્ટર બને. they are ready to work hard and they are ready to support him for his education. એના માટે he worked really hard, but unfortunately it was marks nota. So what to do now? He was at a loss of words and what to do. So his parents, his father was very supportive. His father said, "Chalo beta, utane career counselor paase le jao. Let him guide you as to what needs to be done." So he goes to the career counselor, and the career counselor does a few sessions with him, tells him what needs to be done, a few psychometric analysis, MBTI, NEUFFI, 5-factor index, he does all that, and then finally guides the boy that needs to be done in your life. But then this is like 2 decades ago, these were IT and computers were in the thing. Everyone was saying that big thing in the country would be IT, computers, which is a fact. I mean, that was happening. So he said, okay, let it be. I will do computer software engineering કરીશ. પણ હવે engineering માટે પણ marks નહોતા એની પાસે. He was just barely passed in 12th standard. Gujarat State Board had just kicked him. Now, because he could not do computer engineering, he said, "Chalo, theek hai, I'll do the next best thing." So he did a computer applications course from his local university. Now, midway through the local university computer applications course, he suddenly realizes, "Yaar, I am not cut out for coding. I cannot do this. What am I supposed to do now?" He again is at a loss of words. Ki coding mane avadtu nathi. Coding marathi thase nahi. Have શું કરીશ? What will I do? He goes back to his father and father says, "Ki I think you should listen to what the career counselor told you." The career counselor basically had told that he should do something wherein he is directly interacting with people. He should do something like a people management thing. So then good. He gave a B school entrance. He got into a good prestigious B school in India and he started studying there. But however, that second thing, with complexes, they keep on rearing their head. This boy had an inferiority complex because of his body weight. And the fact that he used to feel that since he's from a small town, બહુ નાના શહેરમાંથી હતો એ, તો એને એવું હતું કે હું જ્યારે મોટા ટાઉન્સમાં જઈશ, when I go to a bigger town, I will not be able to match up to what they are saying. ये लोगों की भाषा, ये लोगों की lifestyle, I will not be able to match it. It's sad, man. That is how we think. But that's what he thought. Now he goes to this big B school and he sees a lot of people from big cities coming down, and he again has a big insecurity complex. Am I overweight to change? And he's like, shit, what am I supposed to do now? How will I survive these 2 years? Right? MBA Bevaras. So then he goes, and then thankfully, luckily for him, there is a professor who is a clinical psychologist, and he goes and talks to this professor. Sir, what am I supposed to do? I'm stuck. So he told that, in life, Jivan Ma, and this negative theory that he shared, Jivan Ma, the problem with all human beings is you, me, everyone, my family, your friends, your kids, your spouse, everyone. આપણે બધામાં એક issue એ છે કે we focus on the negative. Like that is all. We never think what is good in ourselves. આપણે પોતા માટે whenever we do a SWOT analysis, કર્યું છે ક્યારે કોઈ SWOT analysis પોતાના ઉપર કર્યું છે? Have you done a SWOT analysis of yourself? Yes or no? Anyone? Has anyone done a SWOT analysis? You know what a SWOT analysis is, right? Good, Vaishali. Great. Anyone else other than Vaishali who's done a SWOT analysis on your own self? Okay. For some reason, I cannot see the chat box. Yes, now I can see the chat box. Great. Okay, great. So when we do a SWOT analysis for ourselves also, at that time too, we realize that the weakness and threats are like really crazy. It is very hard for us to focus on the strengths. Have you realized this? Have you ever noticed this fact that it is very tough for us to think what is good about us? I mean, even if we say what is good about us, we'll say 1, 2, 3. But that's it. If I ask you, write 10 good things about yourself, you will not be able to do. I can challenge this. Huh? If I tell you, તમે 10 એવા વિષયો ઉપર વિચારો which you are really good at, 10 good topics. No overlapping નહીં. It should not be I'm a really good speaker, I'm a good trainer speaker, same shit. So that cannot be same thing. So 10 good things. So because we are a very negative generation, like as a race, human beings are very negative. In a SWOT analysis also, we'll find that we'll not be able to focus on good things about us. Problems here. What to do? Right? So this same boy, the boy also started facing the same problem, but this clinical psychologist, this mentor of his, was really good. I mean, he told, beta, you try to focus what is good in you. And you're good when you talk. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how you dress. It doesn't matter how you are. What matters is what your thoughts are, because that is what is good in you. Everyone has different good things. This is good in you. So focus on that. Boy is like, okay, sir, I'll do that. You remember the boy has multiple complexes. Huh? Complexes through this guy goes and does this in a big B school. Now he gets a job. Okay, he gets a job in an MNC. Now as an HR, he gets a job in an MNC and he suddenly realizes that I'm not even cut out for HR. Shoo karu. He's working in a very big multinational company, a Japanese multinational company, and he suddenly realizes that I can't even do HR. Multiple complexes chain Jivan Ma. Multiple times he's failed in his life. He's still overweight. He has not worked on his body. He's not worked on his mind. He's stuck. So again, he speaks to his clinical psychologist professor, his mentor. Now the mentor tells him, try to find which is something which interests you, something which you are really fond of, and try to do that on a daily basis. Remember this thing which I told you, Nishchal Tatve Jivan Mukti. Remember this word. I'm again repeating it because at the end of the session, I'll explain to you why I'm again and again saying Nishchal Tatve Jivan Mukti. Now, so yeah, the professor says, what interests you? So the boy says, sir, I am interested in research. I am interested in trying to find out new things about human resource. So the professor says, good, go ahead. Why don't you do a PhD? And I was like, okay. The boy is like, fair enough. Let's do that, sir. So he does that. And by now, if you have not realized, and let me just share this again with you. This is my own story. So yes, this is my story which I'm just sharing with you. The boy is me. I had multiple complexes. I had multiple issues in life, which I have, encountered and solved by meeting new people, by getting inspired by these professors or these mentors. So it is me who was overweight. It is me who had the inferiority complex. It is me who was from a very small town of Vadodara in Gujarat. Then I went across to Pune, then I went across to USA, then I went across and studied in all these big universities, which are like a dream. For a small town boy like me, I would have never imagined that I would be at Symbiosis. I would have never imagined that I'll go to USA and study in Harvard or I study in NCU, Arizona. That would have never happened to me. But how did it happen? It happened because I believed in myself. I ensured that I kept on putting in effort. And that is what I wanted to focus on. Complexes, right? So this book, The Monk's Secret, also talks about something very similar to this. The four pillar strategy which is mentioned here. Why I shared my story? I shared my story to make you realize that I too have faced all the challenges. And it is my own experiences which I'm sharing with you as to how did I encounter my challenges, my overweight, my complexities, my issues in communication, my issues in life, how I have been able to face them head on. And at the age of 34 today, I have doing multiple things in life. And the reason why I'm able to do this today is because I have been able to overcome these challenges and still have challenges, but I still am trying to overcome. So these are the four pillar strategies known as Uno, Dos, Tres, and Cuatro. Why Uno, Dos, Tres, and Cuatro? Because I feel that these four strategies can change your life. It can completely turn you from what you are today to what you can be in the future. The first strategy, Uno, it basically talks about how to manufacture time. Time ne કેવી રીતે produce કરી શકો છો? How can you manufacture it? Can actually anyone manufacture time? ક્યારે જોયું છે કોઈ ફેક્ટરીમાં time ને manufacture થતા? I'm not talking about watches. Has anyone seen time being manufactured anywhere? It's not possible, right? It's just not possible to manufacture time, but I talk about it. I talk about it because in the book, I have a very simple theory, which is known as collocation. Let me type it down for you so that you remember. Check. Once again, the chat box is elusive for me. Okay. Yeah. So remember this word, collocation. Now, this is how you will manufacture time. I'll give you a very simple example. A day has 24 hours. 24 hours in a day. In this 24 hours in a day, how can you make more out of the time that you have? Now, I'll give you a simple thing. In a life, in a day, there are certain things which you do on a regular basis. You go to work, you sleep, you eat. If you have a family, you spend time with your family. If you don't have a family, you're living like a bachelor, you spend time with your friends, or you do something else, you do some social activity. Or nowadays, which is very famous, you Netflix and chill, or you watch something on Amazon Prime, Hotstar, Voot, ZEE5, all these multiple OTT channels. That's how you spend your time. Now, these 24 hours a day, there is a method through which you can make more out of it. I, as an individual, have my own organization which I'm running. We have a company known as DSS Group of Companies. We have 6,500 employees spread across the country. We have a chain of cafes, which is known by the name of Tea Post in Vadodara. I am a trainer. I have a company which is into payroll and training and development. I am on the board of studies of Rashtriya Raksha University, Gandhinagar. I designed the syllabus there. I am an author. And other than this, I am a father to a young boy. I am a husband to my wife. And I'm a son to my parents. So multiple roles. But in spite of all these roles, I am able to do more in my life by merely following this technique, which is known as collocation. What does collocation mean? Collocation means nothing but simply assigning a timeline to a certain task. I'm repeating. Collocation basically means assigning a timeline to a specific task by ensuring that there is a priority order to each and every task in your life. Like, for example, I knew that I'm supposed to do this session today. I had been discussing with Mr. Soni a few weeks ago, in fact, that we are doing the session. A few days ago, we squared upon the topic on which I am going to talk. We knew the date that was, decided. So what do? There are multiple ways. Either when I decide with Mr. Joseph, Mr. Soni, I can start preparing the presentation then and then itself. I can decide as to how I'm supposed to speak. That is, I can prioritize it then. Or like majority of us, I can procrastinate it. You all understand what procrastinate is? This word, procrastinate. બધાને ખબર છે what procrastinate means?
Yes.
Procrastination is the biggest villain in our life. સૌથી મોટું villain છે because we have this habit, you know, આપણે અહીંયા ગુજરાતમાં there is this કહેવત, I'm forgetting this, કે આપણે આજે જે કરવું છે કાલે કરીએ, કાલે જે કરવું છે પરમ દિવસે કરીએ, પરમ દિવસે પણ નહીં જે કરવું છે ને એ થશે યાર, આજે નહીં તો કાલે થશે, કાલે તો પરમ દિવસે થશે. It's fine. That is what procrastination is. Well, Kabir said, "Kal kare so aaj kare so abhi." We have in Gujarat, we have our own thing, right? So that is procrastination. We avoid. So yes, I can procrastinate. Probably on the last day, I can decide that okay, અત્યારે 6 વાગ્યાનું સેશન છે, 5:30 વાગે બેસીને PPT બનાવું, and 6 ને 10 વાગે આપણે સેશન જોઈન કરું and say that yaar, as it is session છે, later થશે તો I have joined late. But no, I did not do that. I collocated. How did I collocate? You might think, yeah, Monk Secret is the same book. I mean, he might be talking about the same topic again and again, but let me be very honest. Each and every single thing, even though the presentation remains same, my delivery changes. I might change my delivery based on the audience. If today I'm speaking at ISTD Anand, my delivery is very different than what I did 10 days ago at HRAI, because I spoke about the same topic, but my delivery is different. Because I have to reach to the audience. That makes the biggest thing is that. So what did I do? I collocated it. Now let me tell you what collocation means. As per my book, Oxford calls collocation as something else, but I have a technique which is known as collocation, which specifically says that if there is a task, there is a desired time and a desired effect for the task. I need to decide the desired time by simply saying that if there is a session on the 14th of May at 6 o'clock, I need X amount of time to prepare for it. I need Y amount of time to ensure that the delivery is perfect. And I need Z amount of time to gather data. That's it. I do not spend a single second more than X, Y, and Z. And let me tell you how much time I've spent to decide or design this thing. I have spent exactly 60 minutes for this session. Not more, not less. You might say 60 minutes, this guy must not have done a lot of homework. I did. I have. And trust me, if someone just goes on YouTube and checks my session on Monk Secret at HRA 10 days ago and the session today, Zameen Asman ka fark hoga. Topics overlap honge, but delivery mein bahut difference. And the reason why I do that is because I do my research on the background of the people, of the audience which is listening to me. That is what you need to do when you collocate tomorrow. But how does this align to, you know, manufacturing time? Very simple. In a day, when you get up, there are certain tasks which are your priority. Maintain a logbook. In the logbook, write down. Write. I always say it is better to write. Our neural pathways work better when we write. I'll give you another example for the same. याद है जब पहले सब लोग साइकिल चलाना सीखते थे, when we आपने पहली बार साइकिल चलाना स्टार्ट करी थी, like when we were small, parents were holding our cycle from behind and we used to cycle. કેટલી બીક લાગતી, આપણે પપ્પા મમ્મી હાથ છોડી દે સાયકલમાં તો હું પડી જઈશ. That's what we used to feel, right? Everyone used to do the same thing. I mean, I used to feel that. I used to be shit scared. I mean, I've had multiple injuries falling from the cycle. And I used to think so much about God, I have to pedal this way, brake kya che, vagera, vagera, vagera. Today, when we drive a cycle or today when we drive a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler, we, you know, talk on the phone. We do multiple things and things happen automatically for us, right? Because this is set in our pathways. Our neural pathways are already set. Our brain acts without our knowledge. Our subconscious brain is programmed to work in a specific way. The reason why it is programmed to work in a specific way is because we have repeated the activity multiple times. So our brain does not need to put too much effort into it. Right? Now that is what collocate tomorrow me writing in a logbook means. When you write in a logbook that I need to do this task at this time, Your brain, your subconscious will register it. You might have an issue. You as an individual may have a problem of not holding on to deadlines, but your brain is very good. Your microprocessor, your motherboard is amazing. It does not have that problem. It is much better than what you are. You may have a problem of procrastinating. Your brain does not. Write down in a book, and I assure you that will have a big impact. But that doesn't mean that you write down and you finish it. At the end of the day, open the book again. The task that you collocated that this has to be done at this time, ensure that you cut it, that you have finished it. And if you have not finished it, write that pending. This task is pending. And when you shall do this task, when shall you get back to this task? Do this task for 21 days. Once you're through with 21 days, repeat this till 66 days. And on the 67th day, let me assure you, I'm not Robin Sharma, I'm Dr. Sheetal Nair, but let me assure you, on the 67th day, you will start realizing what I mean by manufacturing time. You will suddenly have more time. You suddenly start doing tasks faster. People might come to you and say, "Ki, yaar, thari પાસે એટલું time ક્યાં છે યાર? તું કેવી રીતે કરે છે? મારી પાસે તો time જ નથી. સવારે ઉઠું, ખાઉં, પીવું, ઘરે બધાને મળું. I cannot write a book. I cannot read something." No. Collocate. Put a specific task at a specific level, and you will be surprised by merely following this, merely following the logbook technique. You shall be able to achieve the task faster, and hence I call it how to manufacture time. To know more about this topic, you will have to go and read the book, because I have a specific time limit, so I'm not going to go into details. Coming to the second task, insecurity. The dose is basically talks about the problems that we have, the complexes that we have. I had an insecurity complex. I had an inferiority complex. We all have complexes, right? Can anyone say that I do not have a complex or I did not have a complex? I mean, I had a great complex. I was 125, 130 kilos. I was overweight. I was crazy heavy. I had to work out my appearance because I always felt that as a trainer, you need to be presentable. You need to be a role model for people to match up to. And I felt that probably with the weight factor, I was not. So I had to work on the weight factor. I had to rework myself. I had to rework, issues. Similar to weight, there are multiple complexes people have. Some people are insecure. Some people have a superiority complex. Some people have paternal complex or paternal complexities or conflicts, spousal conflicts. Children are not really handling things, issues in a better manner. So those issues also. How can I handle those complexes? This technique, those basically talks about how you can deal with those complexes in a better manner. What is the easiest way to address your complexes? I tell the easiest way to address your complexes is first to understand that you have these complexes. How many of you can actually point a finger or put a finger at the fact that you have these issues? When I shared my story, I shared that I had multiple failures in life. I am not ashamed of accepting that I had multiple failures in my life. I am not ashamed of accepting that I still fail in my life. There are multiple things which I can't do in my life, but I can do that. Can you do that? Can you accept that you are not good at certain things? If you cannot, then you will never be able to address your complexities. So to address your complexities, first you need to accept. Acceptance is the biggest thing. Remember, I spoke about Nishchal Tattve Jivan Mukti. Let me share a short story with you. In Andhra Pradesh, there's this very famous poet saint, right? He was known by multiple names, but just for our purposes, let us call him Vemanna. Now, Vemanna was a dim-witted boy. No, he could not write, he could not read. It was very tough for him. He could just not understand basic things. So his parents had put him in a Gurukul. He was sent across to a Gurukul. Now in the Gurukul, the gurus tried a lot. They tried their level best to teach him, but there was hardly any difference in the boy. One day his guru took Vemanna to the nearby river because he said, I wanted to take a bath. So Vemanna, you should stand and you should hold my clothes. Ensure, Vemanna, that the clothes don't touch the ground. Vemana, like a studious boy, stands near the river bank. He was a very attentive boy, so he used to listen. He always wanted to impress his teachers. It's a sad fact that he could not impress his teachers, or the sad fact that he was limited. But he wanted to impress his teacher, so he stood in the scorching heat without moving, holding the clothes of his guru while the guru took a bath. Once the guru's bath was finished, he was about to leave the river. He walked on the side and he came to Vemana and he called to Vemana. He said, Vemana, come here. At that precise moment, God knows what happened to Vemana. He dropped the guru's clothes and ran to the guru. After all, Vemana wanted to listen to the guru. He was very focused on what the guru wanted to say. But the guru had said that don't drop my clothes, but he dropped and he started running to the guru. The guru was flabbergasted. He lambasted the boy. He said, how dare you throw my clothes into the mud? When I very clearly said, I have to go to a ceremony and you cannot spoil the clothes. Vemana was aghast. He did not know what to say. He was disappointed that he had actually let his guru down. A guru said, till the time I don't come back, here, hold a piece of chalk and write Rama, 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 Rama. Vemana is like, okay, Guru. He was feeling very sad that he let down his Guru. So he, on a rock, Vemana started writing Rama, 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 Rama. Now look at the boy. The boy had been given a simple task of writing Rama, 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 Rama. But the Guru had inadvertently missed on telling the boy when he could stop. Vemana kept on writing. The chalk got over. Take this for a fact. This is a story, so you'll have to give some liberal thing to the storyteller. So Vemana's chalk got over. Vemana kept on writing Rama, Rama, Rama with his finger. Blood. He started writing Rama, Rama, Rama with his blood. His fingers started going. 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger, 5 fingers. He still did not stop writing Rama, 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 Rama. By the time Guru came back, he saw the boy who had lost all his fingers because he was writing Rama, Rama, Rama. The Guru was feeling so bad. He held the boy and held him very close to his body. He apologized profusely because he had not told the boy when to stop. But that was the time the Guru realized that the boy had something in him. All it needed was to give the boy focus. Nishchal Tatve Jivan Mukti. The point here is that if you try to focus your mind on one specific thing, you will be able to attain mukti from every single thing around you. Why am I sharing this point with you? Why? Very simple. We have complexities, as I said. हम सब में कुछ ना कुछ complexes है. Inferiority, superiority, body shaming, whatever it is. Probably we don't like the way we look. हमारा चेहरा हमें पसंद नहीं है, body पसंद नहीं है, whatever it is. The day you realize that this is my problem, and you start addressing it upfront. See, when I say address it, it doesn't mean that you keep on telling people that, ouch, mara sathe husu karo. No, don't ask people. How will you address it? Try to head on. Fight this issue head on. Don't be like an ostrich. You know what an ostrich does, right? When someone attacks the ostrich puts its head inside the mud and thinks that Badhu Jatu rese na pachi maru mathu bar kadis and everything will be normalized. Don't be an ostrich. Face your complexities head on. There are multiple techniques to do that, and that is what is mentioned in this book. And this strategy is known as dose. Third problem. We have a big issue of having the least amount of belief in our own abilities. We always say that someone else's ideas are better. And you yourself will realize this, that we have this thing and we fall into this category always, that we are unable to believe in our own abilities. I said you write a SWOT analysis and you would realize those opportunities and your strengths. As I said, the biggest problem that we have is we are unable to define our strengths, right? So you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your own abilities. And I'll again share you a very simple story. Once there was this Sadhguru, I'm a big follower of Sadhguru. Sadhguru was talking to his disciple one day, and while preaching in the inner engineering session, Sadhguru tells the boy that, you should uh, behave like a dog. The more that you behave like a dog, you will be happy in life and you will have more success. The boy is aghast, and he had heard so many good things about Sadhguru, and he attended the inner engineering program to attain something good. And this monk is coming and telling him, be like a dog. कुतरा जो था, why should I behave like a dog? Why should I become like a dog? કૂતરા જેવી હરકતો કરવાથી મારા જીવનમાં સક્સેસ ક્યાંથી આવશે? Dog. And he was like completely perplexed. But then he was scared. There were 100 odd people in the session. He did not want to, raise his finger and try to ask Sadhguru as to why should I behave like a dog. He waited. The session got over, and then he met Sadhguru, and he said, Sadhguru, why should I behave like a dog? He's like, imagine today when you're in this session, you're attending the session, your mind is somewhere else. You're probably thinking, what will I have in the evening? વેક્સિન લીધું હોય તો લોકો એવો વિચાર કરશે કે સેકન્ડ ડોઝ ક્યારે મળશે. જે લોકોને એક ડોઝ પણ નહીં મળ્યો એ લોકો વિચાર કરશે ડોઝ ક્યારે મળશે. મારા બાજુવાળાને કોવિડ થયું છે, આગળ શું કરીશ? People are scared. So while you are doing something at that moment, also your head is somewhere else. For a dog, that is not the case. If the dog is eating, the dog focuses on eating. જોયું છે ક્યારે તમે કૂતરાની સામે કઈ ખાવા માટે મૂકો તો કૂતરો ખાશે. કૂતરો વિચાર નહીં કરે કે કાલે સવારે મને શું ખાવા મળશે. The dog will be very happy to eat. Human beings માં એવું નથી, આપણામાં એવું નથી. We can get into a bet also. અત્યારે તમે SWOT analysis કરશો, તમે 10 વસ્તુઓ નહીં મળે તમારી કે જે તમે you are very strong at it. But you think about it na. Why do you think that મારા બાજુમાં જે neighbor છે, that guy is better than me? એ મારા કરતા વધારે skilled છે. Don't need to think that. Why can't you also do? Upskill yourself. Ne? Life is so good. You can upskill yourself. My motto in life is that every year I should have at least 4 skills which I upskill myself. As of now, currently I am undergoing a session on cybercrime. હું cybercrime professional બનવા માંગુ છું. That is my ઈચ્છા. So that is what I'm doing. After this, next month, I'm doing something on biothreat analysis. Hardly any connection to what I'm doing in my life. But why should I stop myself? So tomorrow, I know that I know so much in my life. So why should I rely on someone else? So believe in yourself. Why can't you do multiple things in life? See, you can do multiple things in life, but you have to believe in yourself. You have to understand that this is what I'm good at. But other than being good at this thing, I can do multiple things too. So believe in yourself. So the third strategy is believe in yourself and your abilities to do multiple things. You will be surprised that just like Vemanna, it is not necessary that the chalk gets over and you stop writing. Vemanna did not stop writing. He said, my guru wanted me to write, so I will write. He kept on writing without stopping. And as Sadhguru says, we should all behave like dogs. When I say behave like dogs, I mean to say one specific thing, that when you are doing something, have your entire focus in that thing. Live that thing. If you're having a meal, have the meal. There is this Sanskrit shlok which says, while you're eating, your jiva, your tongue needs to create saliva. It will only create saliva with your eating and looking at the food, not looking at the TV and eating food. When you're watching the television, your mouth doesn't even know what it's eating. So where is the saliva going to come? There is indigestion which is going to happen by merely this kriya. It's a fact. Try it. For 3 days, without watching television, just sit in front of your table, eat food by looking at the food, and you'll automatically let your digestion has improved. You don't need medication for that. So that's what I'm saying. Believe in your own self. Right? Next, the last part, the fourth pillar, be bold and brave. See, in today's world, the biggest problem is that आजकल जो दिखता है वही बिकता. अगर आप नहीं दिखते हो तो आपको कोई जानेगा भी नहीं, पूछेगा भी नहीं. There are so many people around us who have multiple skill sets, but they are not sharing it. But in the era of social media, you have the added advantage of reaching out to your audience. Today, I have around 16,000 plus followers on Instagram. On Facebook page, I have around 21,000 followers. I had quit social media 2 years ago. In 2019, December, I quit social media. I had completely deleted every single account of mine. except LinkedIn. LinkedIn was professional, so I kept it. Other than that, I had deleted everything. But when I came out with my first non-fiction book, my publisher told me that you need to come back on social media, because if you do not come back on social media, no one will know your good work. You have to talk about it. Now, aaj ke zamane, if you don't talk about it, no one will listen. So I restarted my account in April 2020, because June my book was supposed to hit the market. So April 2020, I came back and I started reaching out to the audience. And that has helped me reach the bestseller status, because I was able to showcase what I am doing. Because I keep on telling that this is what I'm doing. Sorry. There was something. So, because you have to keep on. There is some issue, I guess. Yeah, anyhow. So, because you keep on talking, because you have to keep on sharing your own thoughts by people, you have to sell yourself. You have to put the spotlight on yourself. That is the fourth strategy. Fourth strategy, Quattro very clearly defines how you need to be in the spotlight to ensure that people look at you and people listen to you. That is one of the major things. How do you put the spotlight on yourself? I do not say that you keep on going online, you keep on talking to people, ki, main aau karu che, main aau karu che. No, don't do that. But people should know when you've done something good. It doesn't mean that putting a photo while you're doing charity. I'm not saying that you put a snap on of doing charity on WhatsApp or social media and let people know that I'm doing charity. Don't do that. But your skill sets, your defined skill sets, your SWOT analysis में तुम्हारे जो strengths हैं, वो strengths को आप showcase करें, spotlight में डालें. Let people know that you are good at this. I keep on telling that I'm a storyteller every time and everywhere I go. The reason why I want to tell people that I'm a storyteller is because I am a storyteller. I'm good at this. Give me any complicated concept and I'll make a story out of it and sell it to you. And you would love it. I assure you. So that is what I'm good at, but I have to keep on telling myself. So that is my tagline. Dr. Sheetal Nair, I'm an author, I'm a storyteller, and I am an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur. Lots of times I get a serial entrepreneur का मतलब क्या है? Entrepreneur समझ में आता है. Serial entrepreneur क्या? आप serial देखते हो? कि आपकी क्या serial चलती है entrepreneur? What is it? It's funny, right? But when I say serial entrepreneur, my job is to ensure that there are companies that we buy and we sell it after making profit. So that's what I do. But I have to showcase myself. So that is what you need to do in real life also. You need to ensure that your skill sets are in the spotlight. That's what this book talks about. And without much further ado, I think I have overshot the time. So yes, this is where the session ends. And these are the 4 strategies that you can focus on. If at all there are any queries regarding these 4 strategies or on whatever I have spoken today, please use the chat box. I would be happy to answer. Any queries? Use the chat box. I can respond to them.
Thank you, Sheetal sir. We request participants to share your views or any queries as mentioned by the Sheetal sir. Or you can share your feedback as well regarding the sessions.
So CMA Sunil says some of the motivational speakers says to avoid multitasking. What are your views? So I have a dual view there. I would say that you should multitask. You should not multitask, but multitasking doesn't mean that when I'm doing something, I focus on my energies and my thoughts on something else also. So when I'm doing a task, I need to focus on that, but I should not stop myself by merely doing that. I should do multiple things also. Problem is that when we hear the word multitask, we feel that when I'm doing one thing, I should do multiple things. It means that when you're doing one thing, finish that and then don't stop there, jump into something else also. So that is what I would like to, and that's what I would feel, that you should multitask, but you should jump from one task to another after you finish the one task. That's what I would say, Sunil sir. I hope this answers your query. Any other questions? Thank you. Thank you, Vaishali. Remember this term, Nishchal Tattve Jeevan Mukti. This is really cool. You can just Google it also. And you will be able to realize that, I read a lot of Bhagavad Gita. And I think this is the 6th or 7th time that I'm reading Bhagavad Gita, and you would be surprised the amount of theories which are there in Bhagavad Gita. I take sessions on Bhagavad Gita also for corporates. I've done few sessions with Viacom and India TV for Bhagavad Gita, and you'll be surprised the management techniques which are there in Bhagavad Gita, not just the life techniques. So read it, have a look at it. Any queries other than this?
Okay, sir. We do not have any kind of queries from the participants, and we thank you all the participants who has joined today. And on behalf of I Study Anand chapter, I thank you, Dr. Sital sir, for his time and beautiful presentations. And all members, we are putting this video to our I Study Anand chapter YouTube channel, so you can refer or ask your friends to watch it later as well. And we thank you again, all members who has joined us today, and we request you to join us for the next session on next Friday at the same time at 6 o'clock. We'll be using the same user ID and password for the Friday forum. Thank you very much, all the members, and Dr. Sital sir. Thank you.
Thank you.